Hello, you wonderful human beings. Okay, the dramatic flair is over. Michael, you got a really nice gelled hairdo.
Oh,
What are
thank
you
you,
doing?
sir. Just
Going on
came
a
from a
date?
hard day of work. Business hours are over. How about you? Did
How
the little
about
baby
me?
wake up?
Oh no, I got the mug. Look at this. Got the
Did the little
twirly
baby get
mustache,
his sleep?
sexy hair.
Did the little baby get his sleep?
Of course I did.
Now,
I slept
listen,
at
I know when it comes to
2:45
time,
a.m.
I'm not the best person to talk, all right? But come on. Jesus Christ, people, I have written evidence. We were going to watch the show together and review it right afterwards. Before business hours. This is after business hours now. Coming back home with coffee. It was, let's see here. This is crazy. 2:43 a.m. And I quote Bryant told, only 20 more minutes.
I crashed.
Oh wait. Yeah, 2:43, only 20 more minutes. Awake? Question mark. Down for the count. Sorry. So between 2:43 and 3:15, dude, the show was on at 3 a.m. You wrote me at 2:43. The people deserve an answer. I deserve an answer. Dude, I've been up all night like a fucking champion. What's going on?
I know. I don't know, man. At that point, I was like too comfortable, and I was I tapped out. I tapped out. I was like 2 seconds away. I tapped out. That's what.
All right.
All right. So, but I did end up
So
watching the
from
show.
now on, what?
But I did end up watching the show.
Yes, that would be a prerequisite.
Well, yeah. Otherwise, so we're doing chapter 12, The Siege, The Mandalorian season 2, episode 4. That's why we're here.
Yes. And the writer is series executive producer Jon Favreau, and the director is Carl Weathers. And do you know who Carl Weathers is?
I don't think I know either of those two.
You definitely know Carl Weathers.
I mean, I know the face. All right, I just wikied him. Weathers at Comic Con, New York. 72 years old.
Grief Karga. He's the dude from the show. He
Yeah.
actually directed this episode.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
The leader of the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Jon Favreau, the guy from Avengers. Paul, right?
Yeah. He's a huge Star Wars nerd, and he basically consults Dave Filoni on everything he writes.
Nice.
And Dave Filoni is the guy that created Clone Wars, Rebels, and Resistance, kind of.
Written by and produced by Mr. Agent Paul. Paulson or Paul?
Oh, that's like a third guy. I mean, no disrespect to that guy, but in the fandom, it's known that Favreau and especially Dave Filoni are the ones that come up with the ideas. I heard an analogy that Favreau draws the picture,
mm-hmm.
and Filoni colors it in. And how much baby sleep did you get exactly?
Baby sleep. I woke up at 9 a.m.
Oh, really? I've been pushing it hard all night, bro.
I know. So when I finally got
worked
to
a 9 to 5, came home, like a champion.
Show off.
So, Mando Chapter 12, The Siege.
Yeah, 37-minute runtime. You think it was better or worse than the last one?
Ooh, it's comparable. I got to leave that up to you, because from a lore standpoint, the last one was definitely better with the characters that they introduced from the extracurricular activities.
I thought the one before in the water world with the Bo-Katan was cooler, but probably because I'm a big action guy. But this one had his action too.
Yeah, this one had a good mix of action, nostalgia from the first season.
Oh yeah.
But let's just get right into it. So we see that he's still in the same star system.
Right.
with the Razor Crafts. Razor Crafts is still messed up.
Right.
And Baby Yoda is having an adorable moment. Baby Yoda had a few adorable moments in the show. This was maybe like the most adorable Baby Yoda episode.
This guy, he can't take no for an answer. He steals candy.
Yeah.
He steals, what was it, blue macarons? Macarons? Space Jedi macarons?
Yeah. The other kid was like, no.
But well, tell me about the beginning.
So
like,
Baby Yoda was fixing the ship.
So Mando sent a baby to fix the ship.
Yeah, he's getting smart, dude. I told you at the beginning of I told you on our first review, Baby Yoda is being more emotive, and it looks like he's definitely becoming more intelligent and I guess more mature.
I hope so. I mean, it's like, oh, can you give me some candy? Like, he's been spoiled by Mando, right? And babied by Mando. So like when he's with other kids, he doesn't understand the concept of no. I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah, so basically Yoda was trying to help Mando fix the ship since it was still so messed up.
Jeff. His name is Jeff until further notice.
What?
Baby Yoda's
Hell no.
name is
Jeff.
Jeff.
Is dead and buried. Come on.
No, it's
he earned his baby.
It's Jeff in my mind. You know.
Cover his ears.
Cover his ears.
You dare say that?
I think there's going to be a spam. Hold up. Let me check this out.
This call is from the Department of Social Security Administration. The reason you have received this phone call from our department is to inform you that we just suspend your social security number because we
found some
suspicious activity.
This crap.
Suspend your social security number.
In this case, just press 1. Thank you.
You hear this crap? I got to deal with this crap all the time.
How does that work? A suspended social security number. So technically, right now, you don't exist as a person.
I don't exist, right? I don't exist in the system. You know, this is my time.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Star Wars,
you know. Take advantage of this.
Suspend your number. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell's with the spam call? And then when you pick up, it's like some guy from India like talking to you. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, India, Philippines, a lot.
Wherever, you know, it's all just harassment, like straight up harassment. So anyway, back to the main point. So
So the ship's all messed up. They got to go back to Navarro, which is the original planet where what the hell's his name? Greef Karga is, and Cara Dune is still there. So we go.
The guy that Mando iced up in carbonite, he got out. And he got
out. But before that, we see Cara Dune. She's in a den of thieves. And this den of thieves is composed of this species right here called the Aqualish. Remember that?
Yeah.
They were all like divvying up money and goods and stuff.
What were they? The mobsters in that society?
Yeah. So she came in, she's like breaking everything up. She basically goes like Brock Lesnar style, starts like putting people through tables, you know, Suplex City, and then takes all the money, and there's that little ferret. So basically she's holding down the town now as the marshal. So they call her the marshal. And she's working together with fucking Greef Karga. Greef Karga. She's working together with Greef Karga, played by Carl Weathers, who now has a lovely salt and pepper beard. Which makes you think, is this telling us time has passed, or is this telling us he was using hair dye in the last episode and now he's like, you know, I'm just gonna rock it.
We're talking Giuliani hair dye? Are we talking?
Oh no, that was brutal.
All right. Back to Star Wars. All right. So they're on this planet, right? And I've seen the guy. I'm like, all right. So let's send Baby Yoda to daycare and go on this dangerous mission. Like that. That's how it went.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So what's with the bootleg 3CPO?
C3PO, you mean?
Yeah, the C3PO. Like, what's with the bootleg three?
Oh, that's like one of the most common droids in the in the galaxy. That's one of the most common types of droids. So it's called a protocol droid. So it's basically like kind of like a nurse slash nanny slash basically whatever. Like when people think of like, you know, back in the day, like iRobot, you know, like servant kind of robots.
Right.
That's that kind of robot.
Oh.
So that one was programmed to teach children. So yeah, basically, Mando is like, and let's not forget pretty much the key moment of this episode when Mando lands.
Right.
Karga is like, yeah, we'll fix your ship, no problem. And he sends a couple of the mechanics, and one of the mechanics is like going to the ship, and he looks back like that. And you know something was up. Because when somebody looks back like that for 2 seconds in a movie or a TV show,
that's the giveaway. That's the
giveaway. Yeah.
That,
you figure they learned, right?
I mean that's the universal sign for you're going to get screwed. You know.
Yeah. Imagine, I'll do that next time I go into the office. Just like go to another floor of the building and walk around past somebody in the office and like kind of nod, and then like when they're walking back, I'll be like, you know.
Well, what kind of high end FBI CIA work NSA do you do?
Well, no, it's just having some giggles at work. It's up to that person to interpret whatever the message is.
You know, I'm kind of hoping that the NSA flags our video just to get views from the NSA.
The NSA has everything about you.
Oh, that's not a secret.
Yeah.
So
I actually know people that work there, and what you hear is
let's not.
Yeah. All right. So so that mechanic was like looking back, like, something shady was going on. So the Mando goes into town, and we realize that Cara Dune is the marshal, and Greef Karga is kind of, I guess, kind of like the mayor, the bureaucrat running things, along with that guy that Horatio Sands plays, that fishy guy.
The sushi guy. You want to call him the sushi guy?
Sure, the sushi guy. So, yeah, they're pretty much running the town. Like, there's no more Imperials in the town.
Right.
So it looks like the town is thriving without the Imperials, but they have a problem. There's one more Imperial base on the planet.
What do you mean?
And once they get rid of that base, the entire Imperial presence will be gone from the planet, meaning that planet can become completely free and can become a trade outpost.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So they all right. So they go up there, and what's the mission again? Like what? They just wanted to take over.
Just destroy the Imperial base.
That was the mission. So 3 guys get together. It's just 3 of them, right? Or 4?
It's 3 3 gentlemen and 1 lady.
Right. So it's that MMA fighter. So,
beautiful lady, Gina Carano.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. So no, correction. It's 2 guys, an alien, and the MMA fighter.
Whoa, right? You saying aliens are not guys?
No, it's the 2 guys, the alien, and the MMA fighter.
Whoa!
Going into the
an alien is a guy. That's a guy. He's just not a human. It's still a guy.
All right, two guys, 1 alien guy, and 1 chick. That's an MMA fighter.
2 human guys, 1 alien guy, and 1 human chick.
Right. Go onto the base.
Wait, don't call her a chick. She's a gorgeous woman. A beautiful lady.
Gorgeous woman. Go onto the ship. I mean, this base. And it's the same Star Wars trope over and over again. Like, as long as it's a stormtrooper, you don't have to care. Right? It's like,
no, these stormtroopers were better this episode.
All right, so, but like you send 50 of them, right? They all get shot. None of them really hit their target. The guys that shoot this time, they're literally standing all exposed. They're not standing on the side, right? And they're not taking cover. Like they're literally like, all right, I'm just gonna stand in front of you, body spread out, like exposing all this area, and I'm gonna shoot you. And that person, those people are standing in the most like, I'm going to give you the most visible space to shoot at. Stance, no armor, nothing, and they're just like, yeah, they're just,
Really? I didn't really notice that this episode, but I guess yeah. If that's
like,
what you saw.
that was my takeaway. I'm like, forget it. You don't need armor. You don't need anything. Just stand around. Like stormtroopers are a joke. It's at this point.
The part that was really cool was how they got in. Remember, they couldn't open the security door down
Right.
at the bottom. So like Mando flew up on his jetpack, and all of a sudden, like a stormtrooper comes flying down, boom, and then like Mando comes down to the elevator. He's like, "Okay, let's go into the base." But yeah, they start shooting stuff up, and then Baby Yoda has the adorable moment in school.
Right.
Keeps looking at the cookie.
Well, I mean, all he's doing is eating the cookie, right? Like he's like, oh, I'm just gonna eat the cookie. I'm gonna eat this blue.
Yeah,
cookie.
he's not paying attention to the lesson. And how funny is it that you could just dump a baby in like that school?
That's got to be like a bunch of 7, 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, or 10-year-olds, right? And then
Yeah.
Yoda.
Well, Yoda's 50. That's the funny thing, even though he's a baby.
He's a 50-year-old baby, right? I mean, we know a bunch of those in human life, but
Yeah, I'm on my way.
oh yeah, you're gonna be adorable. You're gonna be friggin' adorable. I'm gonna send you diapers. It's gonna be great. So
I actually have a question. What do you think about this? So Yoda, like Yoda, he had like shriveling gray hair, right?
right, but the guy was
Right
like
now,
700 years old.
what's that?
He was like 700 years old.
Right, but now Baby Yoda is 50 years old, and he has no hair. So do you think like in between that 50 and 900, that species has like a huge like, perm or
John
just
Travolta, like a nice John
yeah,
Travolta, like a grease, like
yeah.
like Baby Yoda's gonna be like a teenage gangster.
Yeah.
Slick hair gel. Possible, right?
I mean, that's pretty much it has to, unless it just grows like hair at the very end of its life.
I mean,
But
yeah. So I mean, so we know that Baby Yoda's got what was it? M counts?
oh yeah, so that was crazy because they were just about to blow up the lab and
Right.
like bounce, but they started recording, and I actually record. Sorry about that. There's people yelling at children.
It's okay. You to call out child support, right? We got the witness tapes. It's timestamps at some point today. If the cops ask me what,
I actually called child support on this lady like a year ago. She quieted down for a while, but now she's back at it.
oh, crazy people. So yeah, like that was a lot to take in.
Yeah, I recorded all right, so I recorded the transmission because it was really important.
Right.
So it was basically that scientist from the first series, the first season,
Okay.
and he's reporting into Moff Gideon, the guy with the Darksaber.
Yeah. Gustavo Fringe.
And he's saying, hold on one second. All right. Replicated the results of the subsequent trials, which also resulted in catastrophic failure. And this is after we see, what did we see in those like liquid chambers? What did that look like to you?
Some Resident Evil stuff, man.
Yeah, some kind of biological experiments, right?
Bioweapon. Nemesis.
Which also resulted in catastrophic failure.
So that one's dead, we think, right?
Well, there was a lot of them. He's talking about one specific one.
Right.
Ba-ba-ba. There were promising effects for an entire fortnight. So maybe he's talking about the entire batch. But then, sadly, the body rejected the blood.
Right.
I highly doubt we'll find a donor with a higher M count, though. M count, we know what that means. Midichlorian count.
Yeah.
I recommend that we suspend all experimentation. I fear that the volunteer will meet the same regrettable fate if we proceed with the transfusion. The volunteer. I guess that's like code word for whoever is the victim of their experiment. Unfortunately, we have exhausted our initial supply of blood. The child is small, and I was only able to harvest a limited amount without killing him. So this goes back to the first season, because the scientists did have Baby Yoda for a while, remember? Because
Right.
Mando left him with the Imperials for a little bit.
To the fact that the kid was actually got needles and stuff drawn or
Yeah.
tortured, baby torture. But Baby Yoda is 50 Earth years, so it's not really baby torture in Earth years, right?
If these experiments are to continue as requested, we would. If these experiments are to continue as requested, we would again require access to the donor, meaning Baby Yoda. I will not disappoint you again, Moff Gideon. So, basically, what's going on there?
Baby Yoda is an asset. It's a material asset. It's the very whatchamacallit. It's what they're using to make their freak shows, right?
They want his blood for their biological experiments. What those biological experiments are? There's some theories out there already.
But we watched the movies after, no? Like this takes place before the movies, no? Like before.
This takes place before the sequels, yeah, but.
So what if? All right, I'm gonna call it now. Baby Yoda was why Emperor Palpatine could have a clone and come back. I mean, 2 and 2, right? It's not really secret, right?
Yeah.
It's not really a secret. Emperor Palpatine's come back, dark side of the Force. Because they had to build the Last Order, right? So Baby Yoda's blood, M count, clone, Last Order.
Yeah. They're definitely looking for somebody with a high M count to further their experiments, and we know that the Emperor was cloned,
Right.
and we know that he was in that decrepit body, so he was like barely alive.
Right.
So they had trouble like keeping him alive.
I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. You think that's what they need it for?
I mean, they got to fill in the blank, right?
Well, you just said you called it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling it, but they got to fill in the blank from what was called, right? You know.
Yeah.
So
I'll co-sign it with you.
you'll co-sign it.
Yeah. Since you don't have a social security number right now, I'll co-sign it.
I know, because these wonderful human beings are friggin' calling me every freaking day because of this nonsense, this horse nonsense. If I ban enough numbers, eventually they won't be able to reach me, right?
You have an iPhone, right?
No, it's through Google Voice.
Oh, so it doesn't say scam likely?
No, it doesn't. That's like one drawback. But Google Voice does have a block function with that, but they keep changing the numbers. If I go
Yeah, it's
down the
just
list, I see
robocall.
like at this point 60, 70 numbers blocked from that, you know? So they
Yeah, so they discovered that's going on. They're like, whoa. Um, this is crazy. So they see the recording and they're like, oh, this has to be an old recording. There's no way this is still going on, whatever they were doing.
right.
And then Sushi, what we call him, Sushi Face?
Sushi face?
Or Sushi Guy? Or we just called him Sushi?
Sushi face.
Sushi Face. He was like, no, this recording is 3 days old. This was
Yeah.
recorded 3 days ago. The scientist talking to Moff Gideon.
Right.
And Mando's like, oh shit. Then he realizes like they're still going after the child.
Right.
So that's when they realize Baby Yoda's still in the school. We gotta get there ASAP and rescue Baby Yoda.
On the plus side, we find out Mando's a pretty good pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Pretty good
He
pilot.
made up for his little gaffe from last episode.
Yeah, like he's a pretty good pilot actually. Like he can fly dead-eyed into a TIE fighter and outgun a TIE fighter. Like,
Yeah, he came through on some like Han Solo style stuff where
I was impressed. I was like that he's got as silly as his like a dookiness is or whatever you want to call it, right? Pretty talented to a certain extent.
yeah, he took out like what, 3 or 4 TIE fighters at once?
Yeah, that's why I was like, the guy's got some skill.
Dude, did you get Star Wars Squadrons yet?
No, I haven't gotten Star Wars Squadrons yet. I need to get
Oh,
that game so I can play that freaking game. But if I do that, I'm not going to handle anything else I'm supposed to handle in life right now. So I got to like relax.
is that a problem?
Oh, no, we'll
Your
figure it
social
out.
security number is suspended. Come on.
I know.
But what I was gonna say about Squadrons is that that game is so good that scene reminded me of Squadrons with the laser fire and just the way it was like the sound of the latest lasers, the way the ships were blowing up. I was like, this is exactly like Squadrons. So the game is so good that the show is reminding me of the game as opposed to the game reminding me of the show.
Wow. I mean, it was pretty intensely done. And then, but I was like surprised. I was like, so he got to the child in time before.
Yeah. And I was actually thinking like maybe this is the time where they're going to get separated.
I was thinking
Remember,
so too. But what was really weird about it is that why would they put a tracking like at the end, right? They're like, so that chick we never saw her before that's reporting to Moff Gideon, right?
no, that was but that was just Moff Gideon's
All right, so
cruiser. That's
some
like his ship.
person put the tracker into the ship, right?
Yeah, I mean that was like a undercover.
Yeah, but we don't know who did that yet, right?
Yeah, it was that mechanic, the one that went like that.
Okay. Why didn't that mechanic or that legion of people just kidnap Baby Yoda instead of put a tracker on it?
Well, I think the mechanic's undercover, and if it went right after Baby Yoda, it would have blown its cover.
It wasn't the blue guy or anyone else. It wasn't any of them. It was just a random mechanic, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because they got eyes everywhere, kind of.
Yep.
So that's why I was like, huh.
Like that mechanic might have not even known what he probably didn't even know what was going on. Baby Yoda, blood experiments, all this stuff. He probably is just on the payroll of the Empire, and like one of the things they told him is, "Hey, if you ever see Mando's ship here again, put a tracking beacon on it." And that's like all he knows. He doesn't know anything about Baby Yoda, you know?
Is that how it basically is?
Yeah, I would assume so. Because yeah, it's like a need to know, like mafia style, need to know basis.
Okay. I mean that would make that makes sense, right? So what now? He goes on the ship. He leaves everyone else on that place, right? And where's Mando going again? He's just escaping for the sake of escaping?
No, he's still going to the planet where Ahsoka Tano is.
Why'd they make this pit stop again?
Oh, because the ship was messed up. They had to repair the ship.
Oh, give it all that maneuvering power. So we already, like last episode we were saying that they weren't going to meet Ahsoka this episode. Like we were pretty confident that that's the case, right?
Yeah.
So what do you? This is episode 4. There's 4 left. So what do you think? Episode 7, we meet her.
Dave Filoni wrote the next episode.
Does that mean next episode we meet her?
That means the next episode is going to be crazy good. I think, yeah, they have to. Because he created Ahsoka. He's pretty much responsible for Ahsoka's entire character development.
So
have to be. They had to. I think they had to like honor him, give him that privilege of like, this is your character. You write the episode where she debuts.
So they're going to
yeah,
like those this episode, you know, the CGI and everything, the production value. What was it cost? Like $12 million an episode to make?
Not sure,
but it's got to cost them a lot of money. Because like all the scenes, like stormtroopers not only can't shoot you, but they can't ride their bikes because they're also bad at that. So, but like all of it is like rendered, like all of that's done really well.
Yeah. And then like one of the pretty much I think the very last thing we see is that Imperial officer reporting to Moff Gideon saying, hey, we found the tracker, you know, and the child is confirmed or whatever to be on the Razor Crest.
Right.
And Moff Gideon is like, okay, very good. And then he turns around and he's in this room. And what the hell was in that room?
I don't know. I don't remember catching that. Maybe I must have missed that.
Dude, there were like these giant black robots. I thought they actually look like Darth Vader. It looked like a bunch of Darth Vaders.
Well, he looks like a Darth Vader. You know?
Yeah, he's got some pretty dope armor.
Like they all got Darth Vader armor.
Yeah, but there were some like crazy looking weapons. Droids, I think, some kind of droids.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like, none of this showed up in the movies after.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that's still like 25 years.
All got destroyed like before the movies happened. Like episode 7, before episode 7 happened, everything just got destroyed. Like they never showed a dark saber in any of those movies.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I think if they introduce. Sorry.
So I'm like, did they just destroy everything?
I guess we got to stay tuned to find out. But I think if they would have introduced the Darksaber in the movie or Ahsoka Tano in the movie, then people would have been too lost because that's like mainstream audience. People would have been like, huh?
Yeah, because like the movies are great, right? But then at the end of the day, there's only so much world you can explore in a 2-hour time slot. the movie theater.
Yeah. And it would be really hard to bring in something that was developed in a cartoon into a movie.
You think they're gonna pull Avengers with the Star Wars series? Like 50
What do you
million
mean by?
movie? Like Ahsoka Tan's origin story, live action. Mando's origin story, live action. They can go, they did this with Avengers over like 12 years, right? 11, 12 years. Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Ahsoka Tan 1, Ahsoka Tan 2, Ahsoka Tan 3, Mando 1, Mando 2, Mando 3. They have like infinite movie possibilities that they can make over here. They can milk this Avengers style.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Like they
They
can
could
go
do like a young Kylo Ren, like a younger version of Adam Driver.
like they can do all of all they have to do is like, all right, we're making a movie about young Kylo Ren. Done. I mean, they did it with Solo, right? And that movie didn't flop, right? They friggin' did Rogue One, right? And that made money. You know, a young Rey, a young Kylo Ren, Rey after, you know, what was Ben Kenobi doing before he became Kylo Ren, right? There's a lot of areas, you know. They could make an episode out of it. They could make a movie where you follow 3 different people, right? Like Pulp Fiction style. You know.
Yeah, that's the big question right now is what's the next movie going to be? I think they have no idea. I think creatively they're a mess. But personally, I think they should. Sorry?
They throw it at a dartboard and make something.
No, but I think they should have Favreau and Filoni get in on that.
You think so?
Yeah, just have them do it. I mean, everybody. Mando is unanimously praised. Everybody loves it. I mean, it was nominated for Emmy for Best Series, like, period, like Best Series.
I mean it's well done, and I like Mando more than I like Boba Fett. From my personal perspective of what character I like a little more.
Mm.
Who do you think you would win in a fight, Mando versus Boba? Now currently, probably Boba, right? Boba seems like he's got more fight in him.
He definitely has extremely impressive genes, being the son of Jango Fett.
Yeah.
But you know, like what you just said, like pulling in Avengers,
Right.
it's kind of what they're doing in the series if you think about it. Because we got Mando,
Right.
Cara Dune, Pepperbeard,
Okay.
Boba Fett, Bo-Katan and her people. So all of them can come together in this season finale to fight the Empire. And we got Ahsoka Tano now too.
They got a lot of ways that they can do this.
No, I think you called it. I think it's going to be like Avengers style at the end. It's going to be a huge battle with all the heroes we have so far versus the Empire.
I mean, they could just make that into a whole world, right? It's infinite, you know?
And Sushi Guy is going to be like comedic relief during the battle. He's going to be like hiding behind a rock trying to like shoot.
Get those 100 years shaved off, you think, after that?
I don't know. I could, yeah. It seems like Grief Karga has turned over a new leaf. He seems like a good guy now.
It's about right.
Man, imagine being like of a species that lives several hundred years and you could like be in prison for like 200 years. Like, you know, those crazy prison sentences that they give like 170 years in prison.
consider like the one was like consecutive, like you have to serve one after the next.
Yeah, with those, Emperor Palpatine could do those because he keeps coming back.
Yeah. I'm like, how long does fish guy live? You know, if it's like 350 years, what's his lifespan? Like 1,000?
That's what I'm thinking. Imagine like having a Yoda species on trial, 170 years in prison. The Yoda species like, whatever, it's easy time.
But the years in their system is that Earth years that we're going by, or not Earth years?
Yeah, there's never been anything to say it's not Earth years.
That it would be interesting if a year for them is like 2 months, right, or something.
Yeah, I mean it varies because like a year is the amount of time the planet, our planet, revolves around the sun.
Yeah, but
So
what they're revolving around their time on, right?
yeah, I think they just took one like planet that was like maybe like the capital planet, and then used that as the time.
That would be interesting. All right, so we're gonna wrap up our expectations for the next one.
Next one is gonna be crazy.
So you want to place a bet on what's going to happen in the next one?
What do you want to bet?
You think Ahsoka Tan's going to show up on the next one or no?
Has to be, yeah, because Dave Filoni's writing it.
It has to be. I would say she shows up, but like a teaser.
I could see her, but then again, Dave Filoni's writing it. I was gonna say I could see her showing up at like a teaser at the very last scene, but Dave Filoni's writing it, so like
or you see her happening around the episode, but you don't see her actually interact with Mando till the very end.
I could see that.
Like you know of her existence throughout the episode, or like even following her, but in terms of like interaction with Baby Yoda and stuff, it doesn't happen till like the very end because they gotta leave some suspense in the air, you know.
So we got 4 episodes left.
There's only 4, and then but season 3 is gonna start, right? Like they're definitely working on season 3, or they didn't confirm that yet.
That hasn't been confirmed because production was wrapped on season 2 before the pandemic.
So they're teasing a premiere date, but they don't have a. They're teasing a premiere date, but they don't have a something set in stone for it yet.
Okay, so I guess they're confident that they are able to record
in season 3 because Baby Yoda has made them like another $1 billion so far. So I would be shocked. Like they must be allergic to money to not do a season 3.
All right, so what's the objectives here? Moff Gideon is after Baby Yoda for the blood.
Right.
Mando is after Ahsoka to reunite the baby with the Jedi.
Right.
Bo-Katan is after Moff Gideon for their Darksaber. They're all going to come together. Yeah, like you said, Avengers style. It's all going to come together.
Yeah, if not in the end of this series, definitely within their series frame, you know?
Is this jumping? All right, let's just see with this. Is it jumping too far to say what happens if Moff Gideon, if they beat Moff Gideon, Bo-Katan gets the Darksaber back. Mando and Boba Fett are cool. What if at the very end, Ahsoka Tano is like, okay, you got to take the child to Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy.
That's gonna be interesting. I mean, but the thing is that like Baby Yoda and all these people never show up in the movies. You know? So what they all die at the end? Like Rogue One style?
Well, no, this is 25 years.
No, but they don't show up in episode 7, 8, or 9.
Yeah, but this is 25 years before episode 7.
So everyone dies like Rogue One style.
Well, I mean, these people are already like middle age, like 30s, 40s. And just because they're not in the movies doesn't mean they're not around.
That's true. I'm hoping to develop some relevance, you know?
This could be the kind of thing like if they do a special edition, you'll see like Mando in the special edition make an appearance, and like Cara Dune make an appearance.
Yeah. That's gonna be interesting because I'm like looking forward to it. You know? Reflection moment. For the audience, we're both reflecting. We don't talk all the fucking time unless we have something to reflect on. Substance.
My watch just told me completed, well done, and I didn't do anything.
Oh.
All right, my friend. Had a full day at work.
All right, and guys, join us for the next video.
Guys and beautiful ladies.
Guys, ladies, everyone, every human being on this planet Earth. Join us again for the next episode as we do this again next Friday. And before then, like, subscribe, comments. Maybe you want us to do one of these conversations about a different movie or series. Let us know. Always open to ideas. Check out our pending channel, The Sons of Queens, which we will be developing soon enough. And yeah, see you guys there.